I wanted to talk about how you can spread positivity on a small scale. So, I'm going to tell the story of how I started doing this in college, and my Instagram handle it's called Here Take Positivity. So, today I'll be telling about the story about how it started. So, in college, the first 3 years, you can say, I was very angry, I was very emotional, and you can make me cry just by talking to me for more than 5 minutes. So I'll give you an example. I used to cry if they don't make me sit with my friends. Yeah. That is the behavior of a 5-year-old, but I was very emotional, and you can upset me if you're going to talk something really harsh. So I saw that so many girls, they're very, very thick-skinned. Not in a bad way. It's a good thing. They do not care what the other person is telling to them. So for me, I wasn't like that. You are harsh or mean to me, I'll cry, and I'll get angry and then I'll cry. So you can make me cry very easily, and I used to cry on your face. Like it used to be really hard and embarrassing. I was the oldest in the class, so not a very good, example I'm setting for the kids. But I was a very emotional person. So once I was crying like this, and I was walking to college, and I think to walk to my class, it takes about 500 meters. So the entire journey, I was crying. And I was crying not out loud, but you can visibly see my tears. And nobody stopped to ask. I mean, even I wouldn't have, maybe, if I was in that position. And that didn't bother, but everyone saw me cry. They'll either whisper to each other, or they'll just see and they'll just stare and go. Nobody bothered to stop. And I got in the elevator, and the elevator machine, the lift machine, said, "Happy morning." I mean, sorry, good morning, and have a nice day. And I broke down. I was like, nobody, not a human, wished, and an elevator machine made me happy. So that day I went to class. I tore papers. I made small chits, and I wrote, "May you have a day as beautiful as you. Happy day. May you have a day as wonderful as you. Happy day." So I made about 50 chits, and I started passing it in class. So at first, my classmates, they were like, "What are you doing? What is this? I do you want me to pass it to someone else?" And I was like, "No, no, no. Read it and pass it to somebody." So when they read it, they were actually, some of them were happy. They were like, "Oh, Maya, thanks." And then some of them were like, "Why are you doing this?" And then some of them came and say, "What's this?" So I got all sorts of reaction from my classmates, but they started doing it. I actually went one step further. I gave it to teachers, and they actually enjoyed it. So there was this teacher whom I have never even spoken to. I went to her, I gave, and I said, "Ma'am, read and pass it on to someone you think might need it." She read it. So this I did, I think, in the second or third year. Till my final year, she calls me as a girl who spreads positivity, and that's the best thing ever. But yeah, we'll come back to that later. So I started doing this, and it started passing around in college, not just in my class, other departments, other teachers. So some people get really skeptical, like, "Why are you doing this? What are you gaining out of this?" I said, it's altruism. Altruism is when you are happy because someone else is happy. You make someone happy, and you're happy, you're done. So I realized that's my way of happiness. My way of happiness is not seeking happiness for myself. It's seeing someone smile, and that makes my day. So I started doing that on a regular basis, every single day, to everyone I saw sitting alone or silent. "I don't know what you're going through. Have this note. I can't talk to you because if I talk, I like get emotional." So my only way of conversation was passing these chits, and it became really good. So some of them started recognizing. When I finally started giving, I think in the third or fourth year, people were like, "Hey, you are the one who started it." And I was like, "Yes." But it was a really great thing. So apart from this, I did one other thing. So I got a little more brave to approach people in a different way, because I'm like, "Oh my God, this is really good. This is actually Here Take Positivity. So I was very excited, and there was this teacher. I'll not mention any names. There was this teacher in my department who was very arrogant. Okay, so even now when I go out of college and talk about her, they refer to her with really mean names. If you are in the fine arts department, you will know whom I'm talking about, Stella Maris. But she was an amazing person. Okay, so for me, every time someone is arrogant or rude, I don't take that negativity on my face, because I know you have a history. I know you have a background. I know why you are such a person. but that doesn't justify your arrogance. But I felt she was very unloved for a very long time, and she has over the period of time become like this. So there were people always hating her. The current students hated her. The ex students hated her. The juniors hated her. Everyone hated her. And I was just like, poor thing. She's just collecting so much negativity. And I had this one friend and I'm not friends with her anymore. One person in my gang who kept saying, you know what? Let's scratch her car. Let's puncture her tire. Let's do something mean to her so that she knows. And I was like, why are you being so this thing? She's already getting so much hatred. Don't throw hatred. So I started this project called Project M. I call it Project Maya, but it was in honor of the teacher. It's still going on, Project M. So Project M is me taking sticky notes, writing beautiful messages and sticking it on her car. Very daring because we have CCTV cameras everywhere and you will easily know who is sticking this. So for her to not feel bad, because she shouldn't she shouldn't feel that someone is pinpointing that I'm arrogant and putting this, I put it on all the teachers' car, all the head teachers' car. So the note says, I don't call them by ma'am or anything. It's just their name. And you look beautiful when you smile. You should be more kind with your words. Your class was amazing today. I'll mention the name, I'll say this, and I'll say, have a great day. It was so lovely, being in touch with you and all that. And I'll put a smiley. So what I do is I'll stand next to the car, stick it, walk away. And this became a great activity for my gang because they're like, oh my God, Maya, this is so daring. And I said, see, even if they catch me, I'm doing something nice. They can't come and say, how dare you say good morning to me, through a sticky note. Nobody is going to hurt me. And I really wanted them to get love. So my way of giving love, I can't just go and say, oh, come here, let me hug you. No, she's a 50-year-old woman. I can't do that. So what I did, the best, every time she finishes class and she's so pissed off, she comes and she sees this message, I have seen her smile. From a faraway place, I have seen her take that note and smile. And it makes my day. It makes my day to see someone so pissed off and angry with the world smile. And guess what? The final year, she changed. And only my gang knew what was the change behind her attitude. Why she became more docile, why she became more kind-hearted. She started smiling. I think by a particular time, the teachers got to know who's doing this, because after this step was the next step. I used to message everyone. So I made a WhatsApp broadcast where I message a positive message every single day to this list. And so by the time the teachers got to know, okay, so she's the person. So they won't come and accept. They won't come and tell me, you know what, thank you, nothing. But they started becoming kind. So the teachers who once hated or were arrogant to me, if they see me, they'll be like, oh, Maya, how are you? Nice. And all those teachers who were really mean to me were the first ones to give me reference letters because they got to know that I'm, leaving India. They called my mother and they told I'm a divine child. And I was like, these are the same teachers who told your child is a little devil. And that made me really happy. So from writing notes, here take positivity, to giving it on stick notes, here take positivity, to WhatsApp messages, here take positivity. It went on to Instagram, here take positivity. So that's the story. It's not just an online thing that I started where I'm just throwing positivity at you. It started on a very small scale with me getting comforted by an elevator and then starting out, to hand shits because people can't talk sometimes. And moving to a bigger scale where I'm trying to make videos and reach as many people as possible. Because every time, I always want to be there for someone who wants me as a comfort or a solace. But all the time I can't. So a video can help you. It's always there. It's always, me talking about how to get out of things. So this is the story of Here Take Positivity. And